Hello! So first of all, congratulations for being our pilot for our performance platforms on Cornerstone. So this piloting means that you guys will be the special, unique initial group of people to help us to define how should we start it to use Cornerstone as a platform to set personal goals with our members in the future. Because this is a super awesome platform to help us to actually deliver some of the team management side for our team leaders, which is something that will be super helpful for you guys as a team leader to understand how can you actually coach your members to do it later on. But first, let me explain a little bit, very briefly, what is the importance of you setting a personal goal with your members, so you can understand in the future how do you want to use these platforms to help our members to develop themselves. So as you know that in team standards that there's different stages based on the team experiences, and particularly for the performance platforms that we are using for Cornerstone is to focus on how can you help your members to set the personal goals after your conversations, and using a tool to actually note down and jot down everything that you have discussed and make personal development plan for the goals that they have set. And after a regular period of time, so maybe monthly, so you guys will run one-to-ones to track and update each of the goals that you have set together and give feedback towards the goal achievements of what they have set. And this is basically what is the responsibility of a team leader. And for us, AI has started to pilot these amazing platforms on Cornerstone, especially understanding everybody needs a platform to help us to track our goal for our members. And I'm gonna show you today how are you gonna you and your members can create goals through the platform itself. So when you go onto the link isaac.csod.com, and then you type your first name, last name without space, and if you haven't logged in before, then your password is Isaac with big A and 2020. If you have, then you should have set your personal password. And once you have logged in, and then it might show up this page. But don't worry, just focus on here and click through the scroll bar, and you should be able to see performance in here. So when you click performance, there's 4 areas: goal, performance review, development plans, and manage, shared, and dynamics. So from this video, we are going to focus on goals. But the idea is that after we set goals for each individuals and we review our own goal, ourselves and our managers will run performance review to understand what is the progress of our goal achievement after a certain period of time for us, which is ideally 10th of June to 15th of June in this pilot. But for now, before the 10th of June, we need each and single one of you to come to your personal My Goal page and set all of the personal goal here. So this is my page that I have set as an MCVP TM JD so far until the end of July. As you can see, there's different goals that I have contributing towards my JD. So I'm gonna set a new goal right now for you to showcase how can you actually set a goal on your personal page. So first you come to here to click create. And on this page, you can actually utilize every single options here to actually help you to create a goal. But if you click on visit here, it is actually will bring you through a smart goal setting process, which is super ultra awesome. So I also encourage you to click visit to help you to set a smart goal. So for example, a goal of mine as MCVP TM is to do global members. So the description is to send many members to go on to exchange. You can also type why you want to do that, for example, to create more purposeful membership, but it's just a description for you to understand why do you want to have this goal, what does it mean of this goal. And after you have put down global members as one of your goals, now it's time for you to create concrete objectives or of measurements for the goal. For example, for me, the targets that I really want to achieve is to, for example, set members to go onto Global Teach program in China. And it can be like for out of the entire global members strategies, for me to send my members to go into Global Teach in China, maybe including 20% of my rating. And for me, I want to set a target of 5 members that will go to Global Teach in China. And it becomes like one of the targets. But for me, maybe I also want to send my members to go to our GE Europe partnership that you have seen a lot of time in Unite Today. So to me, this counts 30%. And for me, I have set a target of, for example, 10 members. And all of these, and you press save, and all of these will save as how many targets. You can keep on adding like what sort of target that contribute to these strategies or this goal that you have. But these are smaller goals to help you to achieve the bigger goal itself. And then you might have different tasks that you have to do in order for you to achieve the small targets. So for example, for me, in order to have 10 members to be approved to go on to a GE in Europe, then maybe I will need to create posts, maybe 10 posts on Unite Today to promote opportunities. So the weighting itself may be 10%. And I might also need to send out like 3 emails to all members to promote opportunity links. Maybe also 10%, and I can keep on creating different tasks that I need to do in order to, for me to be able to fulfill my tasks. For example, check in with CEDA, who are need nurturing. So it can go as small as checking in with your team leaders or checking in with your members to be able to help you to achieve your goals. And for me, it's like 5%. Okay, so you get the idea, and if you click on continue, so for these, which is relevance, so how does this goal will be relevant to your entire JD or your entire role as whatever role that you have in your ISAC membership. So for example, for me, global members means to help ISAC to grow disruptively, because more people going to exchange help the organization to grow more. So this weighting contribute to how many percentage of my JD. So for example, I think for global members, it means 30% of my JD. And the due date is the end of my term, which is 31st of July. So you can see like how everything links together, as in this is the target, and these are the tasks that I have to do. But so far, if you want the goal to be able to submit, you will have to make sure that the total weight here is for 100%. So either you can change some of the weighting here, or you can add more tasks to make sure that everything rates 100% of the weighting, so it can help you to calculate the right percentage of your goal achievements afterwards. So for me now, I'll just change this to 10, and then just change this to 20. So now it becomes 100, and I can start to submit the goal and save it. And now, as you can see, I have a new goal that is global members. And if you click on it, you can see different tasks that you have to do. And if you click show all, it will show everything that you have in terms of your goal. And this is how you create a new goal. And it will update your total completion of your goal. And throughout, the idea, the expectation is you set all of your goals before the 10th of June after you have a coaching call with your MCVPs, and they will help you to understand how can you set a specific goal for your role in the next 2 weeks. And we'll run a performance review with your LCPs for all of the goals on the 10th of June. The idea is for us to understand what is the best process of launching these two to our membership in after July or August. But you guys can give us a lot of feedback in terms of the layout of the platforms, in terms of the process. Should the performance review be yourself and your manager, which is your LCPs, or should it be only yourself? And how often should we do this? We really appreciate all of the feedback. And from time to time, after you have set your goal, we also expect you to come here often to update your goal your goal progress. So in order for you to have like more completion. So for example, for implementing Performance Hub, I also have different tasks in order for me to be able to do that. So I've set up a meeting, so I've updated it. So maybe I will also put down to update. Okay, I actually have run sessions together with Farhan to make them to understand, to make sure LCPs know how can they run performance review. And then if you just update all of these, and if you click close, it will update your percentage of your achievements, and it's actually rise from 23 to 24. And it is through how every time once you finish a task that you have set for yourself and you come here to update it, and it will show you the progress of you to achieving your goals. And we aim to have all of this done by the 10th of June so we can move forward to the next stage, which is performance review. So please let me know if you have any questions or anything that you are not clear, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions.